Witness the courage of a mother, teaching, nurturing, and leading by example. Subscribe to The Susan Show and share in the joy and tears of a journey to freedom.
She's kind, caring, a lady full of love, a sweet and gentle soul, like an angel from above. In your neighborhood, like you know you should, doing good in your neighborhood, each and every day. The Susan Show.
I never worry for mother, they have to keep all of us.
She has big ambitions for them.
I promised her that I must finish school.
Then COVID came in. Couldn't go to work again because you're not supposed to be at anybody's house.
As a mother, she really does what we expect all mothers to do.
The love that I get from the people is enough to tell me that it's a miracle.
Crystal Clarke is a mother of 8 who had fled from St. Catherine to Kingston, and her children were now enrolled in school, but she still struggled financially. She now continues her story.
So they're now in school, and you got work. You were doing domestic work, you said. So that was going along fine.
It was.
For the past, year or so?
I could, yes.
You managed well?
Yes.
You had food to eat?
Yes.
You could buy clothes for your children and all of that, and then what?
Then COVID came in.
That dreaded name.
So couldn't go to work again because you're not supposed to be at anybody's house.
True.
So I'm sitting there watching the TVJ news, and I'm seeing people commenting on the TV. I got my phone out and I started to text. And then I sent a small message of who I am and what I was about at first. And then Anthony Log responded to me.
They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And today, I'll be sharing the story of a single mother of 8 who is currently struggling during this COVID-19 crisis.
We don't have any money, we don't have any food, we don't have anything here now.
We asked whether the children have ever gone to bed hungry.
Many nights. At times I feel like I should just give them up because maybe they would do better off without me. I never once thought about running away, leave them though. Because I know that they need me.
You said something about roaches?
Rats as big as my head.
Wow.
And I'm not kidding when I say that.
The children mentioned they have food there, and they were fighting off the rats.
Yeah.
Not to eat the food. I know that you would not want to be in that situation unless there was something.
I can't help myself out of it. What I earned is just enough to feed them.
To feed.
Yes.
To feed. All right, so Anthony came, and the story was aired on TVJ. Oh my God. What was that like?
So he came on a Friday, and when he was leaving, he said to me that I'm not going to hear the story right away, and I'm going to let the story soak in, fix it up properly, and then I'm going to send it out on Monday. We prayed when he came.
Who is that?
That is Anthony Log.
He prayed with you?
Yes,
Fantastic.
he did. And he had his cameraman, but I don't know what his name is, honestly.
Okay.
So they prayed for me, and he said, you're going to be okay.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. And boy, yes, the story aired. Where were you?
I was sitting down watching my half a TV, same way. Yes. I started to put on the news from 6:30. Yes, so I just braced for that half hour. So when the news heard no, I said, it's going into the news and I'm not hearing it. It's like 15 minutes in the news. Guys, it's not going to show again. And I switched the TV. And it's like a mind said, just switch it back. Yes. So I switched it back to check, and here it was, and we all sit there and we watched it.
You saw yourself on TV. Your oldest son was telling us that he was in the country at the time.
Yes.
And when he saw, he lived in the situation, but when somebody showed it back to him, it's like, no man, that's bad.
He started to cry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The same night, you were telling me?
The same night the phone started to ring. I couldn't answer the phone. The phone was ringing and vibrating at the same time. So I tried to pick it up, but each time I answer it, either beeping into somebody else or ringing after somebody else.
Right.
So I just let it ring and ring and ring and ring.
Okay.
The Tuesday, the principal called me. I need to see you at the school early in the morning.
Okay.
She said, Crystal, why didn't you tell me what was happening to you?
Okay.
And I turned to her and said, Miss, you have done too much. I couldn't come back again. And she said, I understand.
Let's fast track now. You've done all of this for Crystal, but COVID-19 came in. And one night you're there watching TV, and you see none other than Crystal on TV. What was your reaction?
I was flabbergasted. My phone started ringing. I was really taken by surprise. If I'm honest, I really was vexed because I know I had loaded her up with quite a bit of supplies to the point where we had to charter a taxi to take her home. I didn't know they were through. I didn't know they had been exhausted.
Right.
And my first question was, why didn't she call me and tell me that it was finished? But a world of good has really come out of it, and I'm happy for her because as a mother, she really does what we expect all mothers to do.
When we come back, Crystal experiences an outpouring of love from Jamaicans. Crystal Clarke is a mother of 8 who is determined to take care of her children. After making a plea for help, she was overwhelmed with the response from fellow Jamaicans.
After months of having barely any food to eat, Crystal Clarke smiles as she shares what the last 4 days have been like.
I never knew that our little Jamaica that we have here was so caring.
Since TVJ News shared the story of the single mother of 8 on Monday, hundreds locally and overseas have offered support. Some showed up at the Duane Park Primary School, as well as our offices on Lyndhurst Road in St. Andrew, to deliver food items and other things for Miss Clarke.
We can actually eat now, and I don't have to worry about them going to bed hungry anymore.
It's important to note that the 3 children who attend the Duane Park Primary School in St. Andrew did so for the first time in 2019 after Miss Clarke tried to register one of them.
They were, in our opinion, well advanced for children who we had registered as students who had never attended school.
I read a book that says, you know, when the babies are smaller, them eyes are gravitated to the color red.
The child who is in grade 1 far exceed his peers. The eldest that we have, we placed him in grade 2 at first in September. By October, we moved him to grade 3. By November, he was placed in grade 4. By the December exams, he placed 17th, beating out more than 50% of the grade 4 class that he was placed in. And by January, he made it onto the school's quiz team.
Miss Clarke's pockets may be empty and her house might be small, but her heart is big. And like any other parent, her greatest desire is to see her children excel in all their endeavors.
I love everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best, and I appreciate all of it. On that day, everybody started to come in at the school. Everybody needed to find the Duane Park Primary School. Yes.
Oh, they know where to come.
Some people will call the school.
Okay.
Some people will call Anthony. Some people would call me. I direct them to the school, and so does everybody. So everybody showed up at the school.
So when they showed up at the school, and you were here looking at all of these people bringing all of these things,
Yes.
what was that like?
It was a joy.
Do you get teary-eyed? Were you crying?
I cried at one point. I thank so much people on the Tuesday morning. I mean, I never see so much people until you go into a bank or something like that. Yes, so I thank all of them. All
so
of them
what
were
was coming?
wonderful.
What and what come?
We got a lot of food.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Perishable food,
Yes.
non-perishable food.
Yes.
Snacks, biscuit, you name it, we get it.
Yes.
Detergent, soap, everything.
What were you going to do with all this perishable food now?
Well,
Because you had a fridge that didn't work?
we had a fridge that didn't work. The principal said you can store some of the stuff them in the fridge at the school. And so what are you going to do with the rest? I turned to her and said, if she knows anybody that their children are coming to this school that is in need just like me.
Okay.
And she said, yes, you have some parents that are needy as well.
Yes.
So we started to separate rice, flour. We came a Saturday morning, and the teachers, we had 2 teachers with us, and the principal and me. We separated rice, we bagged up rice, flour, sugar. We give them bread, bun, cheese, all of those things we packed, and we start calling them.
How did that feel?
It felt good. It felt so good because when some of the parents came, the principal said to me, you give it to them.
So
And I
they had
did.
also seen you on
Yes,
TV.
yes.
They knew where this was coming
Yes.
from. That's good of you.
It was,
That was the Tuesday.
yes.
What happened for the rest of the week?
For the rest of the week, more people came in. People come from Westmoreland, Manchester, Portland,
Them know it's COVID time.
Mandeville, you name it, them come. Yes.
And they were bringing
Yam, banana, oranges,
Anything for Miss
tomato,
Crystal.
anything. And then you have people from overseas start calling, wanting to make a donations. I saw a lady came in and she said, what do you need to put in your house? And I said, right now I need a fridge and a stove. And they went away and then come back with a
Who is
fridge and
they?
a stove. I think that lady was Little Miss and another gentleman. I remember hugging him and thanking him, but I can't seem to remember his name.
Okay.
And he said, you're going to be okay. And I said, I know.
So that same day, I was home. At about 7 o'clock, my husband came home.
Okay.
And he said, honey, I have something to tell you.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? He said, I don't think I should tell you. I said, but you said it already, so just tell me now. The lady that was on TV the other night, I did something. Yes, what did you do? I bought her a fridge. I said, what?
Yes.
Okay. So you couldn't tell me that you was going to buy the fridge? He said, no, he wanted to be a surprise. It was just a spur of the moment.
Yes.
And he went down there.
And
What
he
did you
got
need? He went and got it and brought
Yes,
it back,
he
and
did.
that was it. And I'm
Yes, he
like,
did.
okay.
Like many other Jamaicans, my husband was captivated by Crystal's story. Let's hear what he had to say.
So, husband, that night when you were watching Crystal's story, how did it impact you?
Well, I was concerned about the needs of the children and the fact that the parent wasn't able to provide for the children at this time. And I thought of myself being able to eat, and what are these children eating?
What was your reaction to the story?
Well, my reaction to the story was in the morning I woke up at 5 o'clock. Crystal was still on my mind. And I thought, how can I continue this day without finding Crystal? I had to find her. And I did. A friend of mine came by and we spoke about it. And we found her at the school. But by the time we got there, we realized that she had a room of several different types of things. Food. Some would bring water. Some would bring rice. Some would bring different things. And I said, what are your personal needs apart from that? And we went and bought a stove and a fridge.
And what was her reaction when you came back, when she saw these items?
All I could see is the joy that was on her face. You know, that people have responded in the way that they have.
What were your final words to Crystal that day?
You're going to be okay.
So when I told him that I wanted to do my Blessed Hope series, he said, why don't you do Crystal?
Okay.
Because this is an amazing story. These are amazing stories of miracles that happen in people's lives.
Yes.
I mean, is this something that you would consider a miracle?
Yes.
She really does what we expect all mothers to do.
Yes.
Do whatever needs to be done to take care of our children.
Yes.
And so when her back was against the wall, she exercised the options that were available to her, and all things have worked for good because she has believed.
And would you say that this is some sort of miracle? I mean, this is really unexpected.
It is unexpected, and much of what has resulted from Crystal airing her situation has been positive. We are happy with the outpouring of support that she has received from several government, non-governmental organizations, individuals, foundations. We are happy for her, and I believe that Crystal and her family will be better for it.
And we're just waiting on COVID so she can get back to her way of earning a living, so she can take care of her children as well.
Yes, and the lesson that we have learned is not to wait on Crystal or any of our other parents to come and indicate their need for support.
I mean, Crystal, are you still taking in? It's been a couple of weeks.
I am.
You seem like a changed person. I don't see the stress
anymore.
What's happened?
Because I can eat now. And I can actually ask my kids, what do you want to eat today?
Wow.
Yes, which is fantastic.
You also got some beds as well.
Yes, I got beds.
So you're a little more comfortable now.
Yes, we are.
Next, we hear from Crystal's daughter. There's no doubt that Crystal Clarke cares for her children. Their education is her top priority. Here's Principal of Dehaney Park Primary, Colleen Reed Grant.
Crystal Clarke is a model parent. She is very involved in her children's lives. She has big ambitions for them. You have met the children. They are well-spoken, they are articulate, they are well-behaved. Crystal has done an excellent job raising her children, and I am pleased to know that someone like Crystal can overcome all of the odds that are stacked against them and really make something of themselves.
It was a delight speaking with Crystal's 4-year-old daughter, who seemed intelligent beyond her years.
What's your mom's name?
Crystal Clarke.
Crystal Clarke?
Yes.
That sounds like a movie star name. Is she a movie star?
No.
What does she do?
She's just a human being.
She's just a human being?
Yes.
Wow. And tell me about her.
She does take care of us, but she don't have so many food to feed us because she don't have any money and she's broke.
And she's broke.
Everybody has to be giving her things.
So how you feel about that?
I feel very, very sad.
You're sad?
Yes.
So you know when you grow up you have to work and help mommy, right? So tell me how mommy treats you.
Very good.
Very good? Like what she does for you?
She cook for us, give us snack, and let we run around. She buy us toys.
So you didn't have any food to eat the other day?
Some people had to carry stuff for her.
Okay. It was a lot of stuff, right?
Yes.
So how you feel about that?
I think my mother really deserves it.
You think she deserves it? Why?
Because she's broken. She don't have any food. She don't have anything to give us. That's why she got them.
Okay. So how did she become broke? 'Cause she used to work, right?
She used to work for money.
But because coronavirus came, she didn't get to work anymore.
Yes, that's why she's broke.
That's why she's broke now.
She's going to have to work for money.
She's going to have to work for money.
Then she's going to buy the food.
So how do you help mommy?
I really think that Jelani doesn't like to do anything more than eat. But you see, Chike, Gigi, and me, and my big brother and my big sister help mommy, but Jelani does not.
Yeah, but how about you? You help mommy?
Yes.
What do you do?
I spread up the bed with Chike.
You spread out the bed?
No, I spread up the bed with JJ.
You spread out the bed with JJ?
But Jelani does not do nothing. So you see, me and mommy and Chike and JJ, I sweep up the place. Jelani will make more mess. How is that going to work?
I really don't know. I don't know. You'll have to speak to him, man. Speak to him hard.
Seems like this, and his cheek is not hearing.
So his ears don't work well?
No.
Okay.
He's not hearing.
He's not hearing.
Seems like these are not working.
His ears are not working.
I really think that Mom was to Jelani out, because when she has gone to prison.
So Jelani's going to go to prison? He's going to go to prison for not sweeping up the yard?
He don't like doing nothing but eating.
But him can't go to prison for that?
Kijani loves to eat, and Kijani messes up the place. Kijani is very lazy. Kijani can't even talk.
So are you saying that I'm going to have a talk with him? You think if I talk to him it's going to make a difference?
Yes.
Right, we were talking about mommy and how you're helping mommy. So you help mommy to make the bed and to clean up the place and all of that. How about cooking? You help her to cook?
Yes.
What do you do?
I bring her the things to put in the food.
You bring her the things to put in the food?
Yes.
So what does she make?
Maybe she make porridge and dumpling and rice.
Okay, so you bring her like the flour and the milk and everything to make it. Yes. All right, so you're very helpful.
Yes.
So what about school? You do your work at school?
Yes.
Yes? Are you bright?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because my friends are not so smart than me. I'm smarter than my friends.
Wow.
Because if my friends were so slow, they would have finished their work before me.
So you finish your work before everybody else?
Yes.
And you get all of them right?
Yes.
Wow. So you help them?
Yes.
You help your friends?
Yes.
That's very good. Very good.
But my teacher said no copying out of anybody's book.
Right. So you don't allow them to copy out of your book?
No.
Okay.
And I don't copy out of my friend's book either.
No, that's not good.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. Okay, that's not fair. You talk to mommy a lot?
Yes.
What do you talk to mommy about?
Every time mommy tricks me, that's silly.
When she tricks you, it's silly?
Yes.
Oh, really? You tell her it's silly?
That's very silly too.
Oh, you wouldn't tell her that, right?
Yes.
But you think it's silly?
It is silly. Mommy really takes care of me.
So what do you want to say to her for having taken good care of you?
Let me tell you something. My father has been gone for ages. If he was not gone for ages, he would have helped my mother.
So you want Daddy to come back?
Yes. Daddy has spent so many years at a person's house, and he's not leaving. I asked him to buy a phone and a button for me. He still left.
So do you go to church?
Yes, I go in my church.
So what do you know about Jesus?
Jesus is much like God.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus is God.
Mm-hmm. And you think Jesus brought all these persons to help you?
Mom wouldn't have to get things from people. Jesus could have given us.
Jesus sent the people with the stuff.
Yes.
So now you have plenty to eat and lots of clothes, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
When we come back, we speak with Crystal's eldest child. Crystal Clarke has been through tough times, but despite her situation, she has managed to teach her children well.
So on the interview, we saw where you were teaching the children with those cards and the number. You said something about using the color red on the card. Tell us what that is.
I read a book called Teach Your Baby to Read.
Okay.
Yes, and you have another one that called Teach Your Baby Math. So you can do the math and the reading at the same time.
Okay.
Yes. So what we did was we got cartridge paper and cardboard for backing.
So why the red though?
In the book, it actually said that the children are, when they're younger, they gravitate to the color red.
Okay.
Yes, so the redder the word, the quicker their eyesight to see it. Yes, so you start from like 6 months, and each time them grow, the words and the letters and everything is growing with them.
Yes. So you would do this on a daily basis with them?
Yes, you do it 3 times for the day.
Also, why did you choose to keep all the children?
Because I was grown with all my brothers and sisters, and I didn't want to separate them. Yes, I want them to have that brother and sister bond.
And then to know each other.
Yes.
I'm here with the oldest son for Crystal Clarke. How are you doing, young man?
I'm fine.
I heard you did something special for your mom on Mother's Day. Tell us about that.
Oh, I cooked dinner for her.
You're a big chef? Come on, what did you cook?
It wasn't really anything big. It was just like fried fish and curry chicken with little rice and peas.
Did she enjoy herself?
Yeah, she enjoyed herself.
Oh, yeah?
I got some fruit punch juice for her to drink. Yeah, so I poured it in a glass and gave it to her. The reason why I cook it is because I'm just like, on Mother's Day, I want she to feel special, so I just went and cook it for her. Okay. So she didn't have to do any work, and I made the kids tidy up the place and things. Okay. You know how to cook.
All right. So tell me, what's life been like? Because you're the oldest for her, so you've been with her for a long time. So what's life been like when you were little? Say you started at 3 years old to now. Tell me about that life.
It was really hard for us because we used to live in different places, but it was ours. We had just a like a small place. But them time there I did like 3 of us. So me, my sister, and my brother, and we used to sleep on one bed. And we used to have the little small stove them and a fridge that never worked. So it was all of us in that one little room. But she did that here for me still, cause she always here tell me say, you know, I want you finish school and get a good education, something what me never do. I want to be first one for do it. So she drive me to go in a school, cause I did kind of have then some little problems in high school, and she sit down with me and tell me all of those things that she really want me to go to school and to get something in life. And she said, even if I don't like to do the work, at least I must have a skill. And I said to her, no, I'm going to go back to school because of she. And I promised her that I must finish school.
That's good.
Yeah, with at least 5 subjects.
And you're on your way to that now?
Yes, I'm on my way.
That's fantastic, fantastic. So how is school during these COVID times? What's going on?
I'm currently busy in my electrical work because it's a lot of work. When I went into it, I thought it was just like I was going to wire off stuff.
Theories a lot.
But there's mostly writing.
Yeah, okay, now burn up people's
Mostly writing, so you have to learn before you even. My last practical I got to build a simple circuit. So it was only 3 person in my team because I reached late. 3 person was in my team, and I didn't really quite understand, but I grasped it and I built it. But it's only our group actually build it, and it can turn on.
There you go.
With all of them working 3 bulbs.
So you're thinking of pursuing it?
Yes.
Long term?
Yes.
You want to be an electrician? Certified electrician working for like JPS and all
which I'm also doing TD because I love drawing, but it's kind of getting easier for me this year because we're going to start using like computers and those things.
So you might go into architecture too and all of that?
Yes.
Nice, nice, fantastic.
I double checked.
All right, so your mom talked about using signs to teach you all to read. When did you start that?
I didn't really start it like at an early age, but she used to give me like the words in red, and I have to sound out them and spell them for her.
Okay, but that helped you some.
Yes.
So you went through primary and...
Yeah, I went through all of those with the help of my grandfather also.
You said that you kept moving from place to place. Every time you had to move, how you dealt with school and all of that?
It was kind of hard making friends because I'm not that person to go and go socialize with anybody. So it was kind of really hard to make back over new friends when I already have some friends already.
Yeah. But you kind of settle now though.
Yeah, because you have to kind of know who for party and them something like that.
Right.
So, like, I'm not really party with anybody now because I kind of have my CXC them coming up and I have to do lots of studying and things. But I heard on the news that they was going to make it easier for us.
So you had moved to Old Harbour as well?
Yes.
All right, tell me about those days in St. Catherine there.
Old Harbour. The house still kind of a little bit bigger still, but it was empty. Like, empty. There was nothing in it. Only just like two bed and mommy used to sleep on one and the pitney them bungle up on another one. So most time I just visit my grandfather. Yeah, so I used to stay some time with him. Yeah, because him kind of really help her out.
Yeah.
Because he's a good father.
Oh, you were the one who went to Granddad?
Yeah,
right.
I was the one who went to Granddad.
Okay. You're doing well now?
Yes.
And when you saw your mom on TV, how did that feel?
When I saw my mom on TV, I was actually in country and someone sent me the video, said that your mother is on TV. When I watched it, I didn't even know what to say. Come like me just cry. Straight cry, I started crying.
Why?
Because the way it look, you see, because we actually did it with her and she no kind of make it look so evil though I saw it look.
Okay.
Yeah, so she kind of changed your mind off of them something there. So she don't really make it look so, but you see when you actually grasp it on TV and see like how it really look, you have to just cry. It look bad.
But you understand that she was trying her best though?
Yeah.
And the reason she didn't have a job was because the coronavirus came around?
Yeah, because she used to do like little works.
Right.
For help build up, like take care of it.
Yeah.
So she used to provide little food for you and used to pay the rent and thing, but right now, no work now going, so she not really have it no more.
So
it kind of hard on her for find like food and them something like that.
Because she was really desperate now, there was absolutely nothing left.
Nothing at all.
So when you saw this outpouring now, what did you say about that?
They were so generous because I never know so like people could have really help like that much and them not have to really think about it. Them just give and give and give and not stop giving. I'm kind of like that still because even this some other right now somebody contributed to me and she gave it to me so I could come here today.
So what do you want to say to these persons?
I just want to say thanks to all of them for all their hard work. And I know that they don't have to give us, but because of their kind hearts, they gave us to help us out. And I just want to say thank you.
All right, how about your mom? How you help her out?
I like help her with the kids because I know there's a lot of them. And then you really got kids still. So I don't really like them bother mommy and thing. So more while she come in and she tired, JJ like that is...
The smaller one?
Yeah. Him rub her foot and thing and give her massages and thing. Yeah, like those things to help her. And me just have to like help out with the cleaning and the cooking so she can get for rest.
Wow. Not many families are that large, so you have a lot on your hands.
Yeah, I have a whole heap of them. At least I can know say in the future, if anything, them did it for me.
But what about the fact that you're all together? She didn't leave one over here, you're all there.
I feel she do good really because I never will heap of mother they have to keep all of us. And she just say, you know what, I'm not make none of them apart I gotta keep them together even though I struggle. As long as them they together, at least them can come up good in a life. I know that their mother did it for them, even though only our father never did it for me.
So what do you want to say to mom now?
I want to go tell her thanks. I did a text her and I tell her, I say, oh, I'm thankful that she carried me for 9 months and she alone go through all of that pain. I didn't know the pain that she went through, but she bear it for all of us. And she could have give up, but she never give up. She never stopped trying.
All right, thank you so much.
Coming up,
You don't know your mom.
No.
despite Crystal's struggles, she has learned to count her blessings and she still has hope for the future.
Your story, I mean, persons, as I said before, would have judged, would have said, hey, listen, chef, eat picnic, yada yada, blah, blah, blah. What would you like to say to those persons who would want to judge you for who you are?
I would tell them to know my story first before they judge me.
Yes.
Yes.
And you just told us your story.
Yes, I did.
It was painful to go through all those years.
It was.
Knowing that and you're still young.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to go back and pursue your
Yes,
dream.
I do.
And you said that several opportunities have presented themselves.
It has.
So as soon as this COVID thing done,
I'm back to school.
you go, girl.
Yes.
You're back at school yourself. Your kids are now in school.
Yes.
Which they're telling me that, hey, we can teach mommy now. And mommy was
Yes.
always teaching us.
Yes.
So tell me about that part.
Yes. My 11 years old is the best. Everything he learn, him come teach mommy.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. How do you feel about that?
I feel great
Yeah.
because I am learning things with them too. So when they get projects to do and things to make,
Yes.
we make it together.
And it's soon pep time.
Yes.
So, you know,
Yes.
you'll be taking pep too.
Yes.
And your dream of being a nurse.
Yes.
You also said something about teaching.
Yes. I've got offers to become a teacher. Still looking at it.
No reason why I can't be a teacher or a nurse, honey.
True.
And what advice do you have for persons who have to go through that sort of thing in relationships with men who think that they can control women in such a way?
Just believe in themselves. If I had the faith, if I had the courage before, I would have walked away, but I didn't. I was weak.
Where did you suddenly get that courage?
From the principal. Yes.
That you can do anything, yes?
Yes, I can do anything now.
That's fantastic. I was asking you before if you consider this a miracle.
Yes.
How so?
Because you don't see things like this every day. And just to see the love that I get from the people is enough to tell me that it's a miracle.
And I'd asked you before if you attend church.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
But you're going to now.
I am. Yes, I am.
It can't be anyone else
True. But
God.
Yes.
You don't know your mom.
No.
She left approximately 30 years ago.
Yes.
And boy, you have been wanting to come on the Susan show.
Yes.
To tell the story.
True.
So let's end that way. You want to find your mom. What happened there? What's her name?
Her name is Nellie Marjorie Nelson.
Where was she living?
I don't know. All I know is that she left us and our father and she went away.
And you know that she had another child?
Yes, I did a search through RDD and I found that she had another child apart from me and my brothers.
And that child is in Manchester somewhere?
He's in Mandeville.
And you met him?
Yes.
And he has confirmed
that
she's the mother?
That
So
she is the mother.
Didn't you ask him where she was?
I did. His father said she got up and leave one day when he was very small.
Yes.
As well.
Just like you guys.
Just like us.
But you said that your dad met your mom at the Maxfield Park Children's Home.
At the Maxfield Children's Home.
Tell me what he said.
She was let out to go to school, and
Yes.
that's where they met.
Okay.
Yes, and apparently she ran away from there and started to live with him.
Right.
Yes. And they started a family which would have created us.
Right. And she started her family at 15?
Yes.
Wow. You don't know anything about your mother? No brother, no sister, no?
Either he knows
family?
or he refused to tell me.
He not tell you?
Yes.
So he don't want you to find her?
I'm not sure. I think that part of him is still not healed as yet.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Uh-oh. All right, so let's go again. Your mom's name is?
Nellie Marjorie Nelson.
And as far as you know, she left your family about 30 years ago.
Yes.
All 5 of you are from
All
both
5 of
mom
us
and dad?
for mom and dad,
Right.
yes.
You know that she grew up in the Maxfield Park, or she was at the Maxfield Park
Yes.
Children's Home when she met your dad.
Yes.
She was 15 years old.
Yes.
She used to go to school. She met him.
Yes.
And they started a family. She had her first job when she was 15.
Yes.
And there were 5 of you in all. You would like to find her now?
I would.
Well, look in the camera and tell her what you want to tell her.
Nellie Marjorie Nelson, your daughter. I would be your first daughter looking for you. You can get in contact with me at any time, or Miss Susan, if anybody knows her, that can get in contact with me.
What do you want to say to Mommy now?
I want to thank her very, very much.
Why did that bring tears to your eyes? What happened? What are you remembering?
Most of the time, Mom would give us something to eat and she don't have anything for herself to eat.
But now she does.
Yes, miss.
A lot of people have given you a lot of stuff, right?
Yes, miss.
What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to thank them very, very, very much.
Okay.
For supporting my mother and giving her stuff.
Your children are wonderful.
They are.
They're wonderful. They're intelligent.
Thank you.
They're focused. They care about you.
Yes.
They tend to help you. Boy, Miss Precocious, no, so? Miss M. Miss M is like a
At her school, her teacher said she is her grandmother.
Right. Right, yes. She has words of wisdom.
Yes, she does.
And she seems to control everybody else. Oh boy, she's
Quite
a fireball.
so.
She's a fireball. But they all had good things to say about you. They all cried when you cried.
Yes.
They remember the days
Yes.
when they were hungry, had nothing to eat. And for them, it's such a joy now and an outpouring of love from persons all around the world, as you've said.
Yes.
And we have a message for you that we'd like to give you.
God has not forgotten you.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
Okay.
God will supply all your needs.
No, that will underline.
All your
And
needs.
has that happened for you?
It has.
All you
Yes.
never think so you did come and ask for food.
Yes.
But all
I got a
clothes,
lot more than food.
Everything.
Yes.
And
God has a plan for your life.
do you believe that?
I do.
I believe it too. And you're gonna be that professional person that you want to be, whether it be nurse, teacher, I way one be.
Yes.
But once you pursue that, and I know all your children are there to help you.
Yes, they are.
And we're here to support you. And we thank you, and we love you.
Thank
and
you.
God loves you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Crystal, Doheny Park Primary is not just a school. It is your family, and we will always be here for you. When you are 100 years old and the children are grown and grandparents, we will always be your family. We will always stand by you through thick and thin, and we will do everything in our power to ensure the best educational and social outcomes for your children and all of the children that attend our school. Thank you.
We are happy to announce that shortly after the episode aired, Crystal was reunited with her mother.
Thank you for watching the first in our series, Blessed Hope. I'm so happy to have the Lord on my side, to show me that though the times are hard and the struggles are real, He represents a hope and a future filled with goodness. After I got discouraged, who would have thought that when God demanded my attention for 3 days, had I not obeyed, would I have dreamed a dream? Would I have been granted the resources to do this program? Would God have gone ahead of me to assign Anthony Lugg to do the story on Crystal Clarke, which would impact my husband to help her? Would I have presented her story to give others hope? Crystal did not grow with her mother, and despite her challenges, her gift is to be a great mother. God has not forgotten her, and He will not forget you. Wow, I'm still overwhelmed to know I have a God who supplies all my needs, who loves me, who never leaves nor forsakes me, who has a plan for my future, and who is my blessed hope. You can have this opportunity by giving your life to Jesus today, attending a Bible-based church, and starting the wonderful journey.
Remember to keep doing good in your neighborhood.
Subscribe for more Susan Show content and turn on post notification to see videos as soon as they're uploaded.